Hello guys, I am back. So, I've been very busy preparing for not only this current project, but also just like equipping myself. We got a full set of iron tools now. That was mostly what I was doing. The whole time, you can see efficiency 4 on breaking 3 mending, Fortune 1 axe with efficiency 2 on breaking 3 or 2, excuse me, and mending. And it was a long process getting that. At first, to try and get the mending books, I was just gonna try and fish. You can see we have a really good fishing rod now. Luck of the Sea 3, Lure 3, and Breaking 3 mending. And like I was just trying to fish up a mending book, and I was fishing and fishing and fishing and fishing and fishing and fishing. And it just wasn't happening. So I kept getting fishing rods. I don't know if they're here. They might be in this barrel here. Yeah, look, all these fishing rods. So I ended up just combining them. Oh, I guess there's a mending one here that I got after, after I did what I'm about to do. So let me show you. So I got sick of trying to fish up a mending book, and I have another villager here tending the shop. I don't know why they like to stand on their lecterns, but they do. So we got a mending villager here, and so I just smacked that on my tools. It was getting, for the builds I want to do and the builds I have done, it was just getting to be really obscene using stone or even just normal iron tools and having them break so often. The other thing that's changed here is I brought in our armorer, and I kind of just let him wander around, but he kept wandering into this cave, and he just kept staying there, and I was just afraid he was gonna die. So this is a temporary, this barrier here is a temporary thing. I do want to come back and like style this up a little bit. I am a little sad because I liked how open this felt. But you can see I was trading with this guy a lot. I actually ended up doing this stone trade a lot because I just needed to get him to a higher level. And I unlocked the Iron Silk Touch pick. And so I bought that, and I was like, oh, this is going to be so good. And then I smacked the Efficiency 4 book I had on it. And I went down into the mines, like, really happy about it with my Silk Touch pick. And I started mining Deep Slate, and I came back up, and I went to the Stone Cutter, and I was like, okay, yeah, I can just turn the Deep Slate into Cobbled Deep Slate. Nope. Nope. You can't do that. I don't know why. It makes me sad. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. To me, it's just like, yeah, of course you'd be able to do that. But nope. So, I had to spend all this time going and then getting another pickaxe with mending. I won't go down there right now, but the zombie dungeon that we found in, like, I don't know, what, like episode 2 or something like that, I turned into a very basic mob grinder. It's very bad. It is pretty much exclusively, excuse me, for, like, repairing my tools. It does not give a lot of levels. It's not very efficient. Sometimes the mobs spawn and break it. I don't know. It's weird. And speaking of that, I actually died down there because I had like wood I had wood like enclosing the chamber which they drop in, and somehow lava burned through a block that was one away. I didn't think that would happen, and it burned it down, and I was AFK, and I died. So, that happened. What else have I done? I traded a lot with Mel. He's been my emerald guy. The wheat has been crazy. And that's pretty much it, I think. Pretty sure. I have more leather on. I traded with our leather guy. He started giving boots. I got this leather cap from the zombies. And I think that's where we're at. But we have a lot more materials now. Mining Deep Slate with this pickaxe is so much better. I made a little cobblestone generator and just have been using that as well. So I'm going to bring some cobblestone over. I'm going to bring some smooth stone over. And we'll just grab another stack of deep slate. And we're going to work on this wall. We are going to work on this wall. My fun fact for the day about this wheat field, I was curious. I looked up like the average size of a wheat field in the United States. Of course, it can be different other places. And the research journal I was looking at was like 10 acres is like the mode. And I couldn't find a better statistic. So 10 acres is roughly like, I think like 42 or 49,000 blocks, the equivalent. And if we check here at our hoe, we've used it 9,000 times. So we're not even close. This is like a baby wheat field. I'm pretty sure that this wheat field here is like the equivalent of like 2 acres. So that is a little sad. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I was gonna grab sand. We'll see what we can do. So let's start off today. Nah, never mind. I need to get my stone cutter. 1 second. All right, we're back. We got the stone cutter. So as I was saying, let's start off today. I think we're going to do the seawall first. Yeah, because I'm thinking to myself, like, the sandy soil, like, if the tide comes in, we don't want it washing away our wheat. So I really want it to be, like, right here is what I'm thinking about. Just removing this sand, making kind of a pseudo seawall here. So yeah, anyway, what I was saying, our pitiful 2-acre wheat field, I'm debating with myself whether I should expand it or not. I'm thinking that I probably won't, because, you know, 10-acre wheat field in real life, like, I don't know. We'll see. Perhaps we'll just build another farm, and it will be smaller. But that is not a problem for now. Is there smooth? There is. All right, what I want to do is kind of create this indication of, like, you know, this stone is like has been wet by the tide, and as we go up a little bit, we'll like switch to the lighter blocks, because, you know, it hasn't been soaked in the water. It's been out in the sun. I think here we'll start. I think I want to go up 2 blocks. Oops. And then we'll have to make sure to... All right, how does that look? Maybe a little more like that. And then we can wrap that around. Let's make sure we throw up a torch in here so we don't have creepers and things spawning inside. Let's get this block, guess not to waste resources. All right, I like that. So let's just kind of replicate this pattern. And we'll extend it out until yeah, let's just see how this goes. We want it to be more like upright, you know, less of the slope, but it's fine for right there to be a little bit more sloped just because of the yeah. So then we'll want to do this in because of the terrain there. Yeah, let's really bring this in here, make it look more man-made. Good getting me sand. I like sand. And we can extend the beach out a little bit too as well. I really wish they added crabs from that mob boat. It would have been like so cool to have the crabs like walking around on this beach here. We could just replace this here with what's it called? Dirt and tilt soil and have that extend out a little bit. Just remove the sand. Oh, yes. So I was thinking about my plans for, you know, extending this or not. And I'm thinking since the wheat field is so small, like if I was farming this wheat field, I probably wouldn't make too many paths going through it as not to, like, destroy the yield. So I think instead of making paths through it, we're gonna go around and look for different ways that we can add lighting. And like, if I was a farmer of this field, I think I'd just kind of deal with it and walk through to the best of my ability, and just wade through with a scythe or something. I'm not a real farmer, so I wouldn't know, but. You know, I wouldn't want to compromise, like, too much of my growing zone for the sake of traversability, if that makes sense. I like this. This is gonna look nice. This needs to be stone. Yeah. And this will look good. Actually, I might need to even bring this in a little bit by one. Because I don't want to make it look too... Like, yes, I want it to, like, go with the terrain, but I do also want it to have that kind of illusion of being man-made. So let's try and do that as best as we can. All right. Oh, I don't like that. What about that? Yeah, that's... yeah, I mean, like, it's okay if it... I mean, it makes sense that it would, like, go with the terrain. Maybe we, like, remove this sand here and, like, extend the beach out a little bit to have more of the incline. Well, let's see if we can get this area here to look more how I'm thinking. Intersperse it with oops. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. And then what we'll do is fill in the area here and change the sand up top. Actually, I'm not sure if this is No mobs are spawning here. And then we'll just, like, put wheat here. So let's... It's a little bit hard to do. I don't like that. There we go. It's funny, like, I'm trying to make it look random. And, like, ending up having it... Yeah, it can't be, like, truly random. I've seen people who, like, have their scroll wheel just, like, spamming through their blocks. And I don't think that that's, I don't think that's gonna be working for us. Hang on. Does it look okay? I think that looks better. Because at some points of this, it's going to be... Yeah, that looks good. I like when it has these the flat parts that... Like, what if we did this? Oh, rain. Why would you do this? Oops. What if we really... Oops. This will just make life easier. I think that I literally just replaced this. Yeah, I didn't do anything different. Silly me. I have to remove this block. There we go. Alright. Let's go sleep. I like that more. That looks more like a wall rather than like I just replaced the blocks. Even though that's accidentally what I did. But let's get this rain out of here. It rains all the time. We just live by a rainy coast. Alright. This fish. I forgot that I have chat on. Let me just turn that off. Just prefer it that way. And we'll come back here. Alright. Let's throw this up. Let's just keep doing this pattern best we can. I don't want to use the andesite too much on this lower part. So let's... Or if it is, we'll have it be connected. Yeah, that looks good. To me. Alright. And we'll kind of gradually have it decrease in size here. So let's change this to cobble, and this, and this, and this. Bam. And then boom. Kind of just slowly. Let's ease this slope down a little bit. Maybe even do a slab there. But yeah, that's what I had in mind for the seawall. Okay, hang on. I see dirt here that's randomly I mean, this probably should be changed too, but let's just change this so it's more... Oops. Yeah. It's good. Okay. And then let's match the terrain to our wall. I'm sorry for all of those who will remember that there is a 1 block gap in there. I'm not going to fix it. I'm sorry. It's just too much effort. Okay. Alright, let's get 1 andesite there. Yeah! Cool. Okay, let's look over here. Let's see how it looks. Because this is what I was mainly thinking about. Is how it would look over here. I really like that. I do. I think maybe even bring that wall in over there a little bit more, and then we'll be good. And then I'll show you guys what I have planned for this wall here, and maybe we'll time lapse there so you don't have to hear me yap this whole time. Okay. Maybe even more? One more? I know I used cobble over here and I didn't really use it much else, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Even that's a little bit more, but I think that's good for now. That is good for now. Yeah, that looks good. I really like that. Okay. And then let's move on to kind of this wall pattern, and then I will cut the normal footage, and we'll go to what I was planning on doing before. So, okay. I was planning on doing a mix of diorite. Is there diorite? Okay, there is the cobble wall fences. I was thinking about doing... Is there smooth stone fences? There is not. Okay. Okay, so I know I want to use the andesite. Let's just throw something out. So, and maybe the deep slate. I know I just said diorite earlier. Is too deep, too dark. And I want to use a mix of walls too. So like this kind of thing. Maybe I should stick to like the cobble and the smooth stone. So let's see like what this looks like. Is that enough texture if I add in the cobblestone? Methinks yes. Methinks yes. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Maybe I should get my silk touch pickaxe if I'm gonna be breaking all this smooth stone. And then grab that, and then hit like that, and smooth. Sorry, I'm so used to having my tools a very certain way. And then at some places, like, I want to have it kind of be like a ruined wall. So, like, have like a slab every once in a while. So, let's just see how that looks. Like, yeah, parts where it dips. And then... So this is what I was thinking. You know, it's not really for security, but it will wind around and it will meet with the seawall, and then we'll keep going. So I think we're gonna do that, and then we'll meet back up here. So, I think the wall is good for now. I like it. I think it adds some good aesthetic to the build. I'll have to look at it from above later. And I am cool with it kind of ending here. We'll have to go, not the episode, just the wall. Because there's one more thing I want to do. But before I get to that, I'll have to go through here and add those light posts that I was thinking about adding. And I might do that off camera because I don't think it's really that necessary. And then I'll just show you guys next time. But we'll see. The last thing I want to do is I want to try and add some texture to this build. And see how it looks. So, I'm not super committed to anything, but I want to see kind of how this looks. I'm just going to try and use the polished diorite once again to add a little bit of texture. I don't know if it'll look good. And then I also grabbed some snow from the mountain. And I'm gonna try and build up using that and see how it looks on the roof. Thank you. Alright. Let's see. Does this look at all... Yeah, I think it looks okay. Let's see. Oops. Let's see how it looks up here. If I did some more of this smooth pattern. All right, let's just back up and look. Yeah, I like that. I think it looks good. Except, let's smooth it out a little bit more towards the top. Have it build up. And then let's do this. Yeah. I think as long as we keep it away from the base to give the base of the build a little bit more uniformity. So let's even scrap this and this. Okay. And let's just jump up. Up here. Okay. Now here's what I want to experiment with. Is this snow? Oh, I already misplaced. Oh, good. It gave me 4 back. I don't know if I just got lucky or if it gave me 4 every time, but... Let's see how this looks. I don't know. I don't know about that. It looks a little too smooth. You know what I mean? Maybe if we, like, kept it even more exclusive, even just to, like, the top. Let's just do another there, and then we'll do that. We'll see how that looks. To be honest, I think that, like, if I change the whole build to snow, it might look better, but I think... Oof. What if I did this? I think that looks fine. Maybe. What if I... Maybe if I even use it a little more sparingly, even. Even just that. Is that fine? Is that... I don't know. I think it's a little too smooth. I think it would look really good if it was like the whole wall was snow, because then like instead of it gives the smooth texture. All right, hang on. What about this? Let's sleep. Right. I mean, I like that. I think. Thinking. Let's remove the scaffolding. Because what I'm thinking is, like, if it was getting weathered, like, that part of the roof would protect it, so it would make it... Yeah, I like that. I think that's okay to keep. And there is definitely more texture on it, so let's texture up the sides of the building. Yeah, okay, that looks good. That looks good, methinks. Maybe a little bit more of a pattern, but... Here, let's just fix that real fast. I think the smooth looks a little bit awkward. I went too high. This just looks a little weird. So how about if we did this? Just to kind of make this similar illusion of the front where we had the snow on kind of the outside. What does this look like? Probably should have looked before I broke all my scaffolding, but yeah, I'm okay with that. I think that's good. It looks random. Random enough. Okay, cool. So that's what I'm going to do on the other side of the building. I won't do that on camera. I'll just... As soon as I'm done with this, I'll just go and spruce it up a little bit, and I'll show you guys what I do next time. But I think that's where we're going to stop for today. I definitely want to use these snow blocks as kind of like a texture, like a smooth texture. I think this build, or a build like it, would look really good with just the snow walls. But that would mean a lot more snow. So we'll have to do that some other time. I appreciate you guys sticking with me through some of my silence, just kind of focused on doing different things. But I think the wall turned out really good. And next time we'll throw up some lights and we'll get this interior done. And unless I think of anything super special, I think that will be it for this build. And we can start focusing on doing some other things over there. I will eventually get this wheat field planted and it'll be really cool. So once again, thank you everybody so much for watching and being patient and enjoying my videos. And I will see you next time. Bye.